All right, this is documentation of the use of the communication device at Courtyard by Marriott, a third-party facilitating venue, and on the venue of the internet, where Courtyard by Marriott, which is, again, Marriott Bonvoy, a third-party facilitator engaged in state surveillance, and that's why every hotel is engaged in the state's pattern of conduct. And as I go to Sherman Oaks, as I go to Las Vegas, Nevada, as I'm in Monrovia, every hotel that is Marriott Bonvoy, they're third parties. What I'm capturing is the use of a communication device. And as you're looking at the screens, these are ads. They are abruptly changing based on what I do on my phone. So while there would ordinarily be something that would play to the end because they're advertising their business, whatever it is that they're promoting about there, it's immediately ending and going to something else based on what I do. It's a method of audible activity and light activity. And this is the method because I have logged off of the internet with regard to watching television. Above in 612, or demons above in 612 are amplifying audible activity. And while that noise is occurring, the entity is immediately going from the television that I'm watching, the show that I'm watching, to ads, which is a method of harassment by demons who are monitoring you. That is the coinciding conduct. Courtyard by Marriott is a group stalker, a demon-possessed, a corrupt, a malicious entity that's group stalking with the demons who are stalking by maintaining presence in the hotel rooms. And the entities engaging in harassment together. And so I want to document now, as you see, that ad went to the very end of the whole ad. The entity was stopping in the middle of it in order to monitor me. That is stalk with audible activity creation, with simultaneity to what I do on this phone. That's demonic. And it's occurring both while I am literally watching, for example, on, you can watch the ads like I am here because I want you to see the brand because I'm going to sue them. I'm going to prosecute them civilly and criminally. But I was watching, you can stream. This is a communication device. It's a television and it's also internet operated. So this is Title 18 criminal activity. And while the demons are obsessively stalking, they're not engaging in a stay at a hotel. This is criminal presence, okay? And while a demon is amplifying audible activity, in the same way I can hear the demons on the 210 freeway way out there, okay? And they're competing with the volume on the television, that's impossible audible activity. And also, there's no space in here to run around, but yet the demons are heard pacing back and forth. That's a demon, and that's a stalker. They're in the hotel where the sun is present, as I showed you this morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, that same exact location after 5 p.m. That is indeed a demon that knows what I'm watching. The demons engage in the very petty but very expensive and very costly. You're talking about federal prison for what is terrorism as an entity. And so while a demon is amplifying audible activity, stalking in the path directly above, the entity immediately goes also to ads. This is just another iteration of the same exact pattern of conduct. And so I want to make sure that I speak to that. That's why I captured images of what you'll see what I was watching, but it doesn't matter what I was watching. As I stated, with regard to whatever it is that you're using, when you're watching, we'll use YouTube because I happen to be, but it's whatever. If you're watching Amazon Prime, whatever it is that you're watching and they use ads are a mean of monitoring you. Going from the show immediately to an ad is a means of audible activity. It's a means of light activity as the screen goes black, as they change the colors of whatever it is that's a means of light activity. They're monitoring you using a communication device, which is what a television that is internet operated is. And it's a violation of Title 18. Courtyard by Marriott doesn't have a legal argument. I'm going to drain their pockets. They're engaging in monitoring, which is terrorizing me inside of a private space using a communication device on the venue of the internet. While they're aware of what I'm publishing on the venue of the internet, they are hostile demons who are terrorizing, conspiring to murder and kidnap me, and then continuously terrorizing and harassing me as a demon-possessed entity while they commit a sex offense, keeping me under surveillance inside of a hotel room. All right? And they're acting in concert with the demons that are stalking on a freeway, and it's impossible to hear. Just like they can't hear me talking out there, it's impossible for me to hear them revving any engines, driving on a motor. It doesn't matter what they're driving, they're demons and they're stalking. All right? I want to document this because this is another method of the same exact criminal conduct. This is also informing the masses regarding what Satan does and how the demon possessor are engaging in the identical pattern of conduct, and I'm going to prosecute them for every tactic that they employ. All right, it's currently 6:29 p.m. This is a sex offense while they're monitoring using a phone, using the television. Remember, the sex offense is based on the fact that you're keeping someone under surveillance inside of a private space. Okay, that's pursuant to corporate invasion of privacy. That's pursuant to what is the maintenance of the engineered light, the maintenance of the fake sun. All of a population and a government is aware of when you're in a private space in the bathroom, and the hotel room itself is a private space. They're stalking in the hallways, using their doors, opening and closing them. Opening those doors does not create any earthquake on the bed. It doesn't shake the walls. It doesn't shake the headboard. Using a 5-year-old child running up and down the halls, which is using a child that's engaging in demonic behaviors, by the way. So that's what the people of the state want to be known about their children, that they're demons. Then very well, I'm going to speak the truth about what they are, what they're doing. Okay. So I want to be clear that that's not going to create any sensational activity, that's not going to create a naturally occurring earthquake. It's not going to vibrate the ground. It's not going to shake your bed. It's not going to shake the walls. Opening and closing those doors does not create a substantial disruption to everybody else in the hotel. That is not, it's literally antithetical to the reason why they build hotels of this nature. You're paying money for a relaxing stay. Everything that these demons are doing is literally antithetical to the type of business that Marriott Bonvoy engages in. It's clearly not, it doesn't even make sense, and nothing that the demons do. It's highly unintelligent, as I've broken down their entire system. In addition to the fact that they're doing it under a fake sun that's over this hotel building for in excess of 12 hours in the day. All right, so this is relevant to the sex offense while I remain under surveillance. This is the demon in 612. They can switch them and they check in and out. It's the same demonic possession, different face, okay? Every single last one checking in and out is going to be prosecuted. They're terrorists. This entire hotel, I believe it's over 125 rooms, engaged in criminal surveillance, many of whom were documented on the podcast this morning. While you saw that fake sun over the hotel, this is the same hotel where I'm present after 5 p.m., and it's over me at the same, literally the same physical location where I stood this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is the P.O.C. It is currently 6:31 p.m. This is P.O.C.